everyone, it's Brittany. It's probably been 6 or 7 months since I have posted on here. Thank you to so many of you that have sent me messages or checked in. If you follow me on Instagram or YouTube, I have posted some updates there, but I wanted to post one here as to where I've been and what's been going on with me. So 2 days after Christmas, our son had a very traumatic accident happen. He went upstairs to take a shower, and before he did, he's 9 years old, by the way, our daughter had gotten a new cat toy for Christmas, and it like clips onto the top of the door frame, and it's a bungee cord, so the cats can bat at it and play with it. Well, our son went across the room, pulled it. I was downstairs with my daughter at the time, and my husband was at work. He went across the room and pulled it, and it whipped back, and it punctured him in the eye. So while I was downstairs, I heard the most gut-wrenching, guttural scream I've ever heard in my life. I will never forget that sound. It was awful. So I ran upstairs, and I found him on the ground crying and bleeding from his eye. So I told my daughter to go downstairs and get us a bag of ice because I couldn't tell. It looked like he definitely had a gash here, so I thought maybe it just cut the outside because then that's where the blood was coming from. And then after a couple minutes, I was able to kind of get a better look at it, and his eyeball kept like going to the right, like going this way. And I'm like, buddy, look at mommy, look right at me. And he's like, I can't see, I can't move it. So then I covered his other eye, tested his eye. He couldn't see any fingers I was holding up or anything. His eyeball literally just kept moving to the side, like this one straight, that one looking over there. It was terrifying. So I called my husband at work, and I told him I'm rushing the kids to the hospital. I didn't have any family here at the time, so I took my daughter with us. So we went to the emergency room. They took him right away. They did a CT scan and found that his lens had gone, so it's like over here like this, and it had gone into his eye. So that had to be extracted. We did that at a later surgery. But then they transferred him to TGH, Tampa General Hospital, to their pediatric emergency department, and they were wonderful. We loved them. And they had some eye specialists there, ophthalmology specialists. I just felt so bad for our son. He had to endure a lot of tests. He was in a lot of pain. But they did determine that the globe wasn't open, so there wasn't an immediate risk of infection. So they were able to discharge us at 4 in the morning. So we went from 7 p.m. to 4 in the morning. And then we were recommended to go to USF. So we went there that Tuesday, I believe it was, and they checked him out and everything. And then he had a surgery the following Friday, and it lasted about 3 hours. I think it was 3 or 4 hours. They did so many procedures. The doctor's amazing. There was 2 doctors that worked on him. They had to extract the lens, do some repairs inside, and then they had to rebuild his cornea. I'm sorry, his pupil, because his pupil was completely blown. So it's pretty amazing what they can do. It's not absolutely perfect, but if you're looking at him now, you wouldn't really know unless you're really looking for it. So he had those surgeries, but then several days later, he started complaining of headaches, and he wasn't eating. He was very lethargic all of a sudden. So we took him back in, and he was having an issue. The pressure had built up so bad, it was causing all of those things in his eye, because his eye wasn't able to drain properly on its own anymore. So they did another surgery literally 1 week after his first one that was 3 hours long. And they had to insert a tube in his eye to help with drainage. And that stays in there for the rest of his life, unless, pending any complications, you don't have to have it replaced. So he now has a tube in his eye. You can't see it, but it's in there. So they did that. Then, I can't remember now how long this one was, maybe a month and a half later, we went back in to check. He had to have a stitch removed from his eye, and that was so incredibly painful for him in the moment. He's just had to endure a lot, Luckily, kids are resilient, thankfully. But anyway, at that one appointment, they determined that the tube had moved, and it was too close to his cornea, and it was going to cause damage. Just when it settles sometimes, especially in kids, I guess that can happen. So they had to do another surgery, move it. Now I guess it's all good. So the last surgery, I believe, was in March, and we just had a follow-up again yesterday. I can't say enough good things about his doctors, at USF Eye Institute. They're incredible. I just want to hug them and give them all the praise. We're really so thankful for them, for their bedside manner, for their knowledge, their expertise, and everything they've done for him. They've treated him like family, and we're just so thankful for that. So the latest update, as of now, he can't really see much out of that eye. It's been like shadows. He said once in a while, if I hold up some fingers like right in front of him, he can see and kind of tell what they are. But they did show a little sign of progress yesterday, which was awesome because we kind of expected none. So our next steps, we just have to keep following up. He's going to need to see, you know, a doctor probably once a year. They have to always check the pressure and stuff, but his pressure was good. He might be able to he always has to wear glasses now, some kind of protective eyewear, because it's the 1% chance that something could happen to his good eye now. This eye, there's not really much we can do about it now. It is what it is. But his left eye is perfect. There's nothing wrong with it. So say he's just out and about doing something. If something hits that eye, he would be technically blind. So he always wears glasses now. We just bought like the shatterproof glasses off of Amazon. They're just clear. He's thankfully been wearing them like a champ. No issues. But he might be able to get a prescription lens, they said, now for his bad eye, because he might be able to see a little bit with it. So we're hopeful for that. Or like if we go swimming, he has to wear goggles and all that stuff. We just can't risk anything happening to his good eye. So anyway, that's been our year so far. Happy New Year. It's just been crazy, but you know, he's handling it so awesome, and I'm just so thankful for that. So yeah, but it was rough. I mean, being in the hospital and making a lot of those decisions that night triggered a lot of feelings in me too, about my dad's passing, which was just 2 years before that. So I did go to some therapy this year, which helped a lot. Highly recommend. And I finally feel like I'm just in a better headspace to start creating again. Cause for a while it just, you know, felt like it didn't matter when you go through stuff like that and you're not in a mental space to be silly and make these funny videos and what I, you know, typically do here. So, but I'm finally feeling ready to do that. I'm actually feeling excited about it again. So, yeah, that's what's been going on. Oh, my dog passed away too. His name was Jax. We had to put him down in April. So it's just been kind of a shitty start to the year, but there's a lot of good things too. So, my sister and her family moved down, and I'm so thankful to have them close by now. My mom and stepdad are here. Everybody's healthy on my husband's side. Everybody's healthy on my family's side. So there's a lot of good things and a lot to be thankful for. So I'm excited to come back. So yeah, I will be putting out some new videos soon. I'm really excited about it. I've missed you guys. But yeah, I just wanted to share what's been going on. So that's all for now. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.